How do you start your vlog? Hey, what's up, guys?
Yes, give me
Carissa, aka Karakara.
Good morning, y'all. How are you doing? What is good? That's too many intros. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel.
Do you say that?
Sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
I
like
say
a
different
YouTuber.
What is good, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Of course, I'm not alone. I've got Patat next to me.
In front of people.
What is good, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today is good. Just left you out. I didn't even.
I'm also here.
What is good, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Itu is joining me on this one and I'm so excited. Today's vlog is a lot different. I'm actually on my way with Itu to her psych appointment.
Yes, Carissa. Let's acknowledge what you're doing right now for me, friend. Carissa is that friend who is taking me to my first psychology appointment. And you're doing that
I am.
with me,
I am.
guys. I'm sorry, but we're gold. Excuse.
Can you acknowledge
everyone's
that for a second?
friends suck.
Yeah, but everyone's friends are also unemployed. Not unemployed, employed.
They're employed and you are unemployed. Oh, my unemployed bird.
I'm freelance.
You're not unemployed, you're a businesswoman.
I'm a businesswoman.
Yeah.
I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
We're on our way to Helen Joseph right now, and it's going to be a really interesting journey, I think.
When I asked you if you'd like us to do this, if you'd like to do it as content, because I asked you, and
Yes, you did.
I felt like maybe you weren't sure, because you were like, oh,
I think just when it comes
really
to,
want to do that?
I know, just when it comes to like mental health, for me anyway,
Yeah.
like it's such a personal journey, and
Yes.
I'm still trying to figure it out. Like
Yeah.
I'm still trying to understand it for myself. So I didn't want you to feel like the pressure of whipping out a camera and saying, you know, just
I don't
creating
know.
content around it.
When I asked you, I actually thought about it and I was like, oh my god, like this is a moment for our friendship.
Yeah.
This is a moment for like what it looks like for someone with mental health problems or challenges to be supported by a friend. Like this, for me, this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
When people who are living with depression or any type of mental illness ask for support from their friends,
Yeah.
I imagine something like
Like this.
You know what
and
I
I
mean?
think it looks different to everyone. It just
Yeah.
depends on like your needs and the boundaries that you set for yourself.
Yeah.
And I am happy to be there for you in this way.
Yeah.
I feel happy that I'm privileged enough to have, you know, the space, the time, because I've got no job.
You have been exposed to my mental health journey the most. Like you've had front row
Seats,
to the
VIP
scariest of
access,
things. Like
backstage
guys,
pass.
yo, we have a story, okay? You have created a space where I can be
Sorry,
completely
this vlog
vulnerable
is-
with you.
Yeah.
And like not be shy about this. Like this is disgusting. This is like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And you have known them from the start.
Yeah.
And you stuck around. So I was like, she might as well
You
now.
give me a choice, you know what I mean? No, I'm
I
kidding.
kidnapped her into
She
my life.
did, she did.
Anyways,
This
but
video
yeah.
is actually my cry for help. Help me. Yeah, so
Think twice so they know.
no, I'm really okay.
You're a clown.
I'll see you guys in a bit when we get there. So we made it into the hospital and you've done all your admin-y type stuff, and we just thought we'd sit down and have a little bit of a chat. So you've been for a psych appointment,
Yeah.
and then this is your first psychology appointment.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling?
No more anxious than usual.
Okay.
Just like general anxiety. Meeting a new person, I'm gonna have to be vulnerable with.
That is something that I've always been hesitant to
Yeah.
go to a psychologist about,
Yeah.
because you have to.
You have to
You
be
only get
very
as much
open.
help as you are
you lead
open.
your healing.
Wow, you
Yeah.
lead your healing. That's
Oh my
amazing.
God, yeah.
That's a line.
Caught me
That's
on
a
that
tweet.
one. Really up to me to get in there and like say the right stuff.
don't
I don't
you
even know what
feel-
that is.
Right?
But it's
But
up
don't
to
you feel
me.
the pressure? Because it's like, okay, I know I have an hour. Like, how do you even compartmentalize? It's like, what's priority? What's the priority right
That's
now?
the struggle that I had last time. So I think it helped that I was honest with this guy and
Okay.
said, listen, like I genuinely don't know where to start.
Okay.
So I handed it over to him to be like, can you lead the conversation?
Okay.
You know
And
what I
he
mean?
at that point
So
had notes to be like this,
Yes,
this, and this.
so
is where
he
we're
had
at.
all the context,
Yeah.
and then I was just like, okay, I just need you. It would be better if I know what you want to know and what would help you help me.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But isn't it easier with the psychiatrist because they are medicine based? So it's not like we're talking our feelings. It's just, okay, I see there's an issue here. Here's your antidepressants.
Yeah. Because it was the first one, I think it was good for him to get all the context. Like
Okay.
what am I struggling with? What exactly is happening?
Okay.
So he had to try and get to know me and
Okay.
like just like analyze me. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you're under interrogation.
Yeah.
And it definitely felt that way. Like he was
The pressure.
He was interrogating me about myself. And
Wow.
sometimes I'd wonder if I'm like giving the right answer.
Yes, of course.
Is that what
Right
is that
answer.
gonna like be helpful if I
Yeah.
put it like, you know what I mean? So yeah, there's a lot of anxiety around just like making sure that I give them the right information because I also want this to work
Of
out.
course,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So yeah.
Because then I wonder about like the sustainability of it, because you can't just come, I think anyway, for one appointment and then
In a month.
things are great, right?
Yeah, but also that's the thing. I think now, like speaking on the accessibility of it is making me a bit reluctant because I'm like, I can't only speak to a psychologist once a month.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
So on the point of accessibility, mental health is just not accessible. I can't speak on a global level, but in South Africa, it's really hard. If there's not a taboo already when it comes to it, physical access to get into this space is really hard. I mean, you've had to wait a month and a bit. How
Yeah.
long?
So it's been over a month
Over a
since
month.
I last saw the psychiatrist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so much could happen in that
Yeah.
period. I mean, thank goodness you've been on a trajectory that's been okay.
I guess.
No,
The
I'm
meds were
saying from
supposed
the
to help.
outside as well. Like, again with growth, right? We spoke about this before. You last year and you here are in a very different space.
Definitely,
And that is progress.
Yeah, I think that's like the little bit that you can do for yourself.
Yeah.
Like just be intentional about wanting to be well.
better, yeah.
And that comes with the honesty of saying, actually,
Sure.
I'm not well.
Yeah.
Like there is an issue here.
First
there's
step is acceptance.
Yeah, like there's a thing. Let's deal with this thing. Let's try and
Yeah.
understand this thing. So you have to build a relationship with your illness. Like you have to know
Wow.
it. You have to know what it looks like, what it
Definitely.
means for you, what it means for the people
Telltale
around
signs.
you. Yeah, like
Yeah.
work. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Yeah.
And being aware of that is very important, because like you said, it's not just you, although you are the number one priority, but if you have relationships and people around you, whether it's your mom, your partner, your kids,
Friends.
your friends, number one.
Yeah.
It's a little, I don't want to say fair because I don't think that is the right word, but
I have the responsibility.
responsibility. Also, accountability is not the right word,
To
but the
my relation.
responsibility.
Yeah, I have the responsibility that I have to
Yeah.
the relationship I have with other people
Yeah.
is to make sure that what I'm going through does not jeopardize that. Like
Yeah.
I don't even want to put it as if
Yeah.
it's my
That's what
responsibility
I'm
to
saying.
shrink myself.
Exactly.
But I also have to be aware that this is something that might cause tension or friction because of what it looks like.
Yeah.
So if
how it manifests.
yeah, so maybe if I get moody and stuff
Yeah.
like that, it's something that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whatever it is, whatever it looks like, I have to make sure that
Does
I'm aware of
impact
it.
others.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you guys don't end up feeling shitty being
Yeah.
around me when I'm in that space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like
It's a lot of work. And it's very exhausting.
yeah, and to be able to communicate that, because sometimes I don't even know what to say. Like I'm just not okay, and I just feel like it would happen a lot. Last year at work, where I'd be like, I'm not okay, and I hope you can tell that I'm not okay. I just don't know what to tell
Yeah.
you. Like I'm just not okay, and I hope
Yeah.
you get that.
Yeah.
And but then sometimes I'd have to like also push myself to be like, okay, I have to.
I'm at work,
communicate
I've
this.
got to.
Yeah.
Or that you're at work, and like if I'm asking for something, you have to do it
100%.
throughout that.
100%.
Which is so hard as well. Like I think there's so many conversations we're having right now, but they're just sparking some thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, mental illness, mental health in the workplace is a whole different ball game, because it's not respected. It's not something that's counted for. It's not something taken seriously as well, because when people say things like "I'm not okay," it's like, ugh, so
Well,
grow
we're all
up.
not okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
You're all not okay.
I woke up and I'm here, so what's your problem?
Yeah,
And
I think it
that's
definitely
not the right approach.
I think I was quite privileged with the space that I had last year, and that's why I took advantage of it to be like, when else am I gonna work with people I regard as my friends, with people who understand what it means to
Context, we were a team together.
So
me, Sibu, Mpanza, and Itu.
Yeah, so they're both amazing, right? And I was like, this is the,
I think beyond that, just understanding, like, we get
yes,
it, you
I
know?
knew that you guys understood.
Yeah.
And also you guys were my friends, so
Yeah.
you still wanted me to be okay
Yeah.
personally. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So I was like, next year it might not be the same thing, and it's not. So I needed to be prepared for when this comes, and I know that okay, I've been able to create a good balance between my work and my health,
Yeah.
and just because now I don't have that cushion anymore.
Yeah.
But you guys were a good cushion.
Aww.
Yeah.
I mean, Pop Belly still gives good loving. Especially ground.
I know. Why did you do that?
Because
You're such an auntie.
You said cushions.
And then
I got extra cushions. And Sibu. Well, although he's
Sibu has nice cushions.
he's in the gym now, so
yeah,
that's what I do.
now it's going to be an MCM. It's okay.
You betrayed us, Sibu. You said
No,
you
really,
would never.
you left us. It was just like, I'm leaving.
Deuces. I'm gonna meet you in the gym now. Is mental illness the right phrasing?
I think so. I think I prefer that more over what's this? Mental health issues.
health.
Oh!
Issues is a
When I hear
that word.
an issue, you know what I mean?
Am I a magazine? Am I a newspaper? Illness is also, for me anyway, like that's such a scary word.
Well, a challenge
Mental
with your
challenge.
mental health.
Yeah, challenges
Yeah.
with your mental health. There's a spectrum is what I was trying to
Yes.
say. And you could fall anywhere on there, and you cannot invalidate your experience just because
It doesn't look like
it
someone
doesn't.
else's.
Exactly. And I think in general as human beings,
Yeah.
we do all struggle.
Yeah.
Some of it's clinical, some of it you need to get professional help. Other times it's like you just have to learn to manage it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need pills to help you do that.
Yeah.
But I think that the weird stigma around, I don't know why. Like, it just frustrates me so much. If it's something that I would say most of the population goes through,
Yeah.
why can we not talk about it? Why is it such a silent killer?
I think firstly we have to acknowledge the language. I don't want to say it's a language barrier, but our language around it creates that stigma and it perpetuates that stigma. You know what I mean? So for as long as we still use words like crazy, you know what I mean? So we're making it look as if it's a certain type of people, and when you don't fit what that looks like, then no, you're okay. When the truth is, we're not. You're probably not, but it just looks different. And then to also say that people who do exhibit,
We're documenting our experience.
Experience of what?
So this is her first psychiatrist appointment.
And yours.
I'm here as support for today.
So it's the first one, so you're blogging. And what is your blog handle? What is the name of your blog?
It's gonna go under my YouTube channel. So
Who's
Carissa.
your YouTube channel?
Carissa.
And now she's making a joke of it.
No. She's laughing because you said use your YouTube channel. It's going under my name.
And then what happens is people are checking it out to know
We
that
hope
she's
so.
almost crazy or she's
No, but that's what we're trying to talk about. The fact that we don't talk about these issues, and people often think it's because you're crazy, but a lot of us are not okay and we need help. So we just kind of want to have this conversation to let people know that it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to ask for help.
So why don't you ask
That's
some
massa.
other patients?
I feel like that's a bit intrusive. We just want
Definitely.
to keep it here for now.
And did she give you
Permission?
Did she say yes?
Absolutely, this is her idea. I wouldn't ask her.
okay,
No,
so it's her
definitely.
idea.
No, it's her idea. Consent's important.
Okay.
Okay, so what were we saying?
language.
Oh, that was an example as well.
That would literally.
Yeah.
That's it.
But the reality is that, like, she's an everyday type person. Like, she could be my mom, she could be my auntie, and that's how people like refer to certain things.
Yeah.
And not that it's okay, but it's something that needs to be acknowledged as
And you know what?
That happens, and we need to talk about that.
I'm so glad that you actually wasted your time.
No, it's
to
not waste.
teach
I don't
her.
see it as waste.
That's what I'm saying. That you actually were like, no, I'm going to educate you.
Yeah.
I need you to be. I need this to be a learning experience for you. And I think I don't know if it falls on the responsibility of.
That's always a question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's good if anyone is willing to do it.
Yeah. And I agree. If somebody's
Yeah.
willing to listen and hear, then
Yeah.
it's something we should chat about, you know?
Yeah, I'm not.
And make it, like, normalize it. Make it conversation. I try to do that as well when I talk about my anxiety. It's like, it's fine. I'm not some weird anomaly freaking out in a corner, although sometimes I feel like it. It's something that we can actually have this chat about. Although it manifests physically, like example for my anxiety, like sometimes I shake or I tap my foot or I pace, but it's silent because it's happening up here.
And you can't point to it.
You can't point.
Whereas when I have a toothache, I can literally say my
This is
tooth
it.
hurts, and
Exactly.
it's so common that everyone can imagine what that must feel like. Whereas with this, it's like I'm feeling anxious. What does that
What does that mean?
Where does it hurt?
Yeah.
Actually, the day I came to the emergency room, let's call it the emergency room, because casualty. Yes. This guy was asking me, so like, what does it feel like? Would you say you have panic attacks? I'm like, yes, actually, I had quite a lot of those last year. For like the first time, they were like quite frequent. And then he's like, what does that feel like? I'm like,
and also it feels and looks different. It's not the same thing.
I just feel like I
every
can't
time.
breathe.
Yeah.
Like I can't breathe. Like that's it.
Yeah.
I'm panicking.
It's panic.
yes. You know what I
Panic.
mean? And I can't, I don't have the language to describe what it feels like. I don't even think I should have to.
Yeah.
You just know. You know your body.
But
you
I
know
also
what-
think that it's important to equip ourselves with communicating, because language, communication is all in the same bracket.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, but I feel empowered when I can do that.
But then
when I
that
can
falls on the
explain to you.
responsibility of health workers and the I guess the medical space. When you start taking something seriously, we have so many words and names to describe or define so many
Latin
different
words,
Bruh, so many
derived
different
from-
illnesses. Like it's insane. But when it comes to mental health,
There's nothing.
nobody knows.
Yeah.
It's and also the categories. It's like it can be only one of 5 things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes
they
like,
are
what if
so-
I'm not bipolar? What if I'm not? You know what I mean?
Schizophrenic.
Like, what else?
What if I
is
don't
there?
have depression? And there's so
Yeah.
many in between
Yes.
that.
Yeah,
like we were
generally.
saying, it's a spectrum, and we need to talk about it. That's all we're trying to say. And that is why we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
I'm scared you're gonna miss your thing.
Same. Let's
Okay.
go back. We'll see you
So-
guys second half.
Yay! Part 2. Hey guys, what is good? We've been here for 3 hours now, and the conclusion has finally been reached. I'm joking, there's never a conclusion. But for today, we have reached some sort of consensus, which is that Itu did her first psych appointment.
I did.
How was it?
It was insightful. I got some clarity out of it, like what is this journey gonna look like, or what it might look like. So I'm nervous of what else I might get to learn in there. We started digging out some of, skeletons and ooh,
Out that
it is
closet.
scary, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah. I am happy to share information about how I got to be in this situation. So if anyone is interested in trying this out, let me know. And
Receptivity.
yes. I think what you did here today was very, very important, and thank you for that. It's not something that's very easy for me to go through alone, and you've been quite supportive in this. And this, I think, was a very big step in
our friendship.
the work that you're doing for our friendship. Like, wow, sis, thanks.
Yeah. Oh. That's what commitment looks like, I guess.
Yeah, you're
Doing it. But
Thank
yeah,
you
guys,
guys
thanks
for
so much for watching. And this won't be the last of chatting about mental health and well-being on this channel, on Itu's side. Of course, you need to follow her. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for
Please
more.
subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe.
Yeah.
Tell your colleagues. This is how you spend company Wi-Fi. This is it.
I absolutely agree. All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Should I do the thing?
Oh, to more
Oh.
growing and becoming.
Oh, is that your slogan?
She clearly doesn't watch my videos.
I do.
Bye.